Hola,
Hola,
how
¿qué
about
pasa?
you?
I'm doing pretty sweet. How are you?
I'm doing pretty shit.
You're doing pretty shit.
Yeah,
Why?
cause I was so busy when you left.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
How about your Hanoi trip?
My trip to Hanoi was good. Hanoi is a great place to relax. It's a
Oh,
very relaxing city.
which province? Which area that you stay in Hanoi?
I stayed for one night. I stayed near Westlake in Hanoi, which is like the kind of like the like Taudi, and a lot of expats live around there.
Yeah, tell me about the street. The name of the street.
I It was in Hua Street. In Hua.
In Hoa.
It's a really thin, like small street. It's I mean, not much traffic,
Yeah.
which is good because it's narrow. It's I barely wide enough for a car, I think. But it goes all around the lake, I believe. And it has on one side of the street is the lake, and on the other side of the street are cafes and a few like hotels. Yeah, it's really nice. It's really nice and peaceful. I
Wow.
liked it.
Mm,
I've never actually been to Westlake before, even though I've been to Hanoi probably 7 or 8 times. I've never been to Westlake, and it was really pretty.
Oh, so next time if you go to Hanoi, would you still want to stay there? Or you want a new experience?
It depends when I'm going. Like sometimes I go on a vacation just to for a few days just to like be lazy and relax. And then I might go there because I it's a really relaxing area. Sometimes I go to see sites, see landmarks,
Mm-hmm.
and then I wouldn't stay there because it's not really near any landmarks exactly. Like Ho Chi Minh Lake and the Temple of Literature and everything. They're near the old quarter. But also, I stayed at a neighborhood near Long Bean Bridge in Hanoi.
Mm.
That was really cool.
Oh,
I mean, it's kind of a low income neighborhood, so I guess you could say kind of poor, but also everybody was really friendly. There was good food. There's a really nice park that is part of the reason I went to Hanoi because
yeah,
I'm doing research on that park.
yeah.
So and also it was right across the highway from the old quarter. So since it's across the highway, it wasn't so noisy and crowded like the old quarter,
Uh-huh.
but it was also close to the old quarter. If I wanted to go walk over there, I could walk across the highway in 10 minutes.
How about the food there? Is it like diverse than Ho Chi Minh City, or it's like similar?
No, it's definitely different. I can't really say if it's more diverse or not because obviously I know Ho Chi Minh City a lot better. Like having lived here for 10 years, I have seen a lot more of the city. In Hanoi, I haven't seen that much.
What is the food this time that you really like?
They have, I got really good Min Sao a few times, like twice,
Oh,
which was surprising because you don't think about Min Sao when you think about Hanoi food, but it was really good. And Hanoi is very famous for pho, but actually I never got pho while I was there. Just I don't know, I wasn't in the mood. Bún chả, obviously. Bún chả is one of my favorite Vietnamese foods, and Hanoi does it like extremely well, better than Saigon.
mm.
So I got that a few times while I was there.
So like you offering people to eat bún chả when they go to Hanoi.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
do it.
like about last episode, I forgot to ask you about Sapa girl. So this
Oh my
episode,
god.
I'm about to ask about Hanoi girl. What do you think?
I mean, I like city girls in general, so I definitely like the women in Hanoi better than Sapa. But I don't know, like I like Ho Chi Minh City girls the best.
Okay.
I mean, I felt like the social scene in Hanoi. Again, I'm biased because I live in Saigon and I've been here for a long time, but I felt like the social scene was more comfortable, is more comfortable in Saigon compared to Hanoi. Every time I've gone to Hanoi, actually, I've noticed how it seems more difficult to become a part of the local community. I I feel like Hanoians are a little more tight knit in terms of their community, and they're like people in Saigon are so open to meeting
Mm.
new people from around, new friends from around the world, which is awesome. I have no trouble meeting locals and forming real bonds with them. And same with, people from Australia or France or England or Germany. Like I've met, or, Canada, Mexico. I've met so many great people from all around the world while I'm in Saigon. And that's one of my favorite parts of living here, to be honest.
Mm.
I didn't get I didn't get the same good vibes from Hanoi's social scene, but again, I don't really know. So don't don't take what I'm saying with a grain of salt.
Okay, so you spend one night to go to board game cafe to play Blood on
Yeah,
a Lock Tower.
to play
Uh,
Blood on the Clock Tower,
yeah.
one of my favorite ways to meet people in Saigon.
Oh,
I
yeah.
decided it would be a good way to meet people in Hanoi.
Yeah. So, what do you feel like? Is a board game more popular and more developed than Ho Chi Minh City there, or is it the same?
I mean, like, look, like I was saying, it's hard for me to say because I don't really know Hanoi culture
Mm-hmm.
that much. Um, but the place that I went, at least, no, it didn't. It didn't feel like it does in Saigon, because the place that I went, everybody else who came was like a regular, someone who goes there all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and they all know each other. Um, it just it didn't feel like they were that as open to newcomers
Mm.
as board game era, for instance, might be.
Okay.
Board game era, and there are some other cafes in Saigon too that are very welcoming. It wasn't I didn't feel it was as communal as like board game era, for instance. Board game era and some other cafes in Saigon too that I've been to. Just they love newcomers. They welcome newcomers, and they want to make it as easy as possible and as welcoming as possible for new people. Um, I didn't feel like that was really the case here. People knew each other, and they were constantly talking about things that had happened in the past, or like the script for Blood on the Clock Tower that we ran was extremely complicated, like difficult for newcomers to understand. So um yeah, it didn't feel as welcoming as BOTC games in Saigon. But yeah, take that for what you will.
Okay. What else? Like anything? special about Hanoi that you miss it?
Yeah, I mean the food was really good. Um, I wouldn't recommend eating in the old quarter if you are ever in Hanoi. The food that I got in the old quarter was not very good. Um, but in this neighborhood I stayed in had a very communal local vibe. Um, the neighborhood across the highway from the old quarter, and the food there was fantastic. I really liked it. Um, I was extremely impressed by the lakes in Hanoi. They're so beautiful, and the area around the lakes is really well maintained. There are people walking and biking around the lakes. Um, it's really pretty. There are narrow streets around the lakes, and uh, it's very green and pleasant. I obviously Saigon doesn't have that. I don't think. I mean, Saigon doesn't really have any lakes. Like there's a lake in Tuduk, but no lakes in central Saigon. I mean, there are the rivers, but honestly, the roads along the river in Saigon aren't really very nice. They're just like big, wide roads for the most part. Um,
And did you go to Phố Ball?
yeah, one night at like 1 a.m., 1 in the morning, I got hungry, so I decided to go for a little walk. Um, and I went to the old quarter, and I did go to like Tahin Street, which is kind of like the Bui Vien of Hanoi a little bit. It was insane. I mean, it's crazier than Bui Vien because at least Bui Vien is like a big street, so there's like a lot of room to walk. Tahin is more like an alleyway, so it's kind of like, remember when we went to Bangkok, that street, Khao San Road. Oh, okay. Well,
I don't remember the name.
It's pretty nuts. Just either side is lined with bars and places with like girls dancing inside.
I remember.
Yeah.
That's like paradise.
Paradise
Street.
Okay, some people might call it paradise. I don't call it paradise, but
because I like beautiful girl dancing on the streets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I call it paradise.
All right. I'm not a fan of beautiful girls dancing.
So there's a lot of beautiful people who dancing on the streets and some shit like that.
Not really. I mean, like, Vietnam doesn't really have that. I don't know if it's illegal here or what, but there were like massage parlors with women out front, but there weren't really like dancing, like half naked women like in Bangkok.
Yeah.
You see a lot of the time.
So it was crowded at midnight.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, it was crowded at 1 in the morning when I went, and like again, now is not even the most popular time with tourists in Hanoi. So yeah, I remember when I went there I went there one time in, I think it was October, and I went to Tahin. It was freaking insane. Definitely more than anything in Saigon.
Okay, next time I want to go there.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
like kind of paradise streets.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
And is there any place that you offer people to come there, travel?
I mean, yeah, I stayed at a place for just one night. I wish I could have stayed for longer. It was at the end of my trip. I stayed at this place, the Cactus Hostel, which is in the neighborhood that I'm talking about, across from the old quarter, across the highway from the old quarter, in a really kind of local feeling neighborhood. In the hostel itself was super nice. So yeah, I had a good time in Hanoi. It's a great place to go to relax for a few days. Honestly, I think it's a more relaxing city than Ho Chi Minh City. I mean, the fact that Ho Chi Minh City is exciting and vibrant is one big reason why I love Ho Chi Minh City. But yeah, Hanoi is honestly, I'm gonna say it. I think Hanoi is prettier than Saigon.
Yeah, that's what you always say.
Yeah.
The thing that you always say about the landscape in Hanoi is it prettier than Ho Chi Minh City.
Yeah, the landscape in Hanoi is prettier.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your time today.
Have a good
Have
one.
a good time and hope to see you tomorrow.
Okay, tạm biệt.
Tạm biệt.